Well, hey guys, Putty Tuck here. My name's Putty.
I am Tuck.
Nice. We're here. It's 2008. We're almost done with 2008.
We are, dude. That's
Yeah,
fucking nuts.
it is crazy.
Fuck.
This has been almost certainly our most consistent year so far.
I don't even know what changed.
I think part of it was like we've never. I don't think we've ever tried to do every day, but we've like pretty consistently done like 3 or 4 days a week.
Yeah, I guess so,
Few
right?
months. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like
We've also, I think, gotten better about our work processes. I mean, that happens all the time, but I think we've made some pretty
That's
good
true.
steps
Yeah.
forward. I think we're working through things a lot better now.
That's true. Yeah, I think I'd agree with that.
Cool. Yeah, Monday Night Raw here in
Monday Night Raw. Keep having strange dreams.
Go on.
So I don't remember this.
Like, yeah,
I don't remember it fully. It has to be because I'm playing Red Dead lately, and that has seeped into the cracks of my brain. Because I swear to God, I killed someone, Putty, and then I woke up and I was like, "Wait, did that happened?" Yeah, I was like, "Did that happen?" And then there was like literally like
that's heavy.
A couple minute period. It was a couple minute period where actually I didn't feel anything in the dream. The dream I was just like kabang, and then I walked away. And then I woke up and I was just like, is somebody gonna come for me because of that? Did I do that? Holy shit, what's wrong with me?
I've had vivid dreams the last few years. I don't think I've ever killed someone.
It was very impersonal. It was like I walked by and like
it was like you were playing a video game, right? But you were
yes, I was in a third person view.
Yeah.
Third person view. Sawed off shotgun, one hand. I flipped it over and just popped somebody's head off. It just bang, and I was like, holy fuck.
Okay, now I've definitely had dreams about playing video games. Yeah, that makes sense.
I think in the dream as well.
Yeah.
As I'm starting to remember a little bit more. I in the dream, I was waiting for them to come for me. I hid out for days.
Yeah.
And they never came for me. And I was like, oh man, they don't know I did it. Cool.
Those are spooky. I am a very paranoid person, so I've definitely had. God, my voice is gone. I've definitely had sort of those dreams where like there's a period of it where I'm hiding from something or someone, and I wake up and I'm like, oh fuck, and I'm still like, and I finally relax. So I feel that. I now that we're talking about this, it's strange to me that I haven't had more dreams about this series, because I have a lot of dreams about stuff like WoW, but I don't remember ever having a dream about this save, which is wild considering how much time I spend thinking about
it. I've had a dream where
I have a dream.
Real. It's nobody in particular, but I'm running some sort of event, and I'm backstage, and things are not going well. Like I can't find somebody or something, and it's just like that's the whole dream. I'm just going like room to room in like an arena, being like, it's not here, and I like bump into like nondescript people who aren't supposed to be anybody. I'm just like, have you seen this? And they're like, no. And I'm like, oh no.
I like crazy. That might be a longer list than it used to be.
Because Dave's on here now, man.
Is it? I feel like it's more too. I mean, it's just like a really long list.
Edge as well, I think, was not a star beforehand. He was well known.
I think Tori can still have the night off.
Yep. Nope,
that's Ted DiBiase. Yeah, very different. I think everyone else on here we should probably just keep around.
Yep, I agree.
Cool.
I say lately. Oh yeah. I'll talk about dreams through this, so we avoid the pain of acknowledging what we're doing.
Yeah.
So I had one last weekend as well, 232. Where all my teeth in my mouth shattered.
Oh, that's not good.
And it was so bad. Like I woke up and I went to the washroom and I like pissed. I started to wake up. And I walked by the mirror and I went, oh yeah, fuck, how much of my teeth are left? And I like looked and I was like, oh, I'm good. Oh, thank God. Holy.
Fuck that.
Yeah, that's a particular thing for me though. I've got like these past couple of years, I've had a weird thing about just like one day my teeth are just all gonna shatter and be gone.
I have a weird relationship with my teeth. It's not quite that, but give me the option of removing my teeth while still being able to eat properly, and I would definitely take it.
It's like, yeah, I don't know. I just like I there's one of them. One of them is like not. I think the dentist at one point did tell me one of them around here was broken. But it just feels weird in my mouth, and so my tongue always goes to it, and like just constantly, I'm always just like touching this kind of fucked up feeling tooth with my tongue. So I always think that's just a thing in my head.
It would take too long for me to detail exactly how many things are wrong in my mouth, but the three most prominent at the moment are that I had a tooth removed last year, but they left part of the root in, which I can still feel in the socket.
Oh.
I have a chip behind my two front teeth. One of them is chipped, and I can feel it behind. It's behind the tooth. It's like in the little gap between them. And then the last one that's really annoying is that it's the top row and it's towards the back end of my teeth. I've got one tooth that I think has been worn down, like the outer protective,
the enamel.
Yeah. I think you're right. Has been like worn down, so I'm always like put my tongue on it. It's like, oh shit, that tooth is like slowly rotting. And the other day I like chipped at it, and I was like, oh fuck, I just pulled like a piece of tooth off of that. And I'm like,
oh god.
Yeah.
I somewhat similar. I've started doing a whole bunch of stuff in like the past couple months for like enamel stuff, because I started to freak me out really bad with that. I have no clue what this is. It could be nothing. Every once in a while when I'm eating something, suddenly something will kind of crunch somewhere where it shouldn't, and that always panics me, and I like feel around and there's nothing there. I can't find anything hard, and I'm always just like, what the fuck, man? Why? Like, you make me think shit's fucking breaking back there. God damn.
Yep. For sure.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's a terrible nightmare.
Let's do my pitch is to do nothing.
Okay. I think we should pull a rib where
I'm
we
down.
Crush somebody's teeth. All of them.
I like it.
Elaborate plot.
It sounds like an old man thing. Maybe Arn Anderson.
Dave Hebner.
Dave Hebner's perfect.
All of Dave's remaining teeth are now gone. Oh, he's upset. That's understandable. Earl's also upset. Brian's upset. It didn't go well. That was too much.
This is why they're going to TNA. We've established the new law.
I shattered all of Dave Hebner's teeth in a rib.
And then they're like, fuck this shit, I'm out.
In the docs, we're going to tell them that the rib went horribly wrong, and I never intended any kind of damage to occur. I shot Dave Hebner in the face with a bottle rocket by accident.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. Wow, I mentioned Sting earlier. I'm so WCW Bill. I was gonna go Sting for the Raw intro. I don't even do that in WCW. It is Batista.
Yeah.
Whoa, yeah.
For the first time. For that belt anyway.
For this show, yeah. Dave gets to be in the intro now.
I think Dave has been in the Raw intro before for a few months back in 2005.
Oh, you're probably right. Yeah. Good call.
That was my first thought as well, and I thought about it a bit more. I was like, I think he was the Raw champ for a couple months. We're going to open with John Cena versus Tommy Dreamer.
Crowd goes apathetic.
This is as hyped as Corpus Christi can be, I think.
This is what they deserve, brother. Let's be real.
7 came to my mind.
Yeah, this was just... let me think here.
Why do you think the Hebners had to sell all those bootleg T-shirts to pay for Dave's new teeth?
Dental surgery. That's great. You do know the story of why the Hebners actually got fired, right?
No.
That's Earl Hebner was selling. He would steal from the merch stand, and then I don't know if he would steal from the merch stand or if he was making bootlegs out of his own supply. But he would sell T-shirts in the parking lot for cheap, and we found out, and they fired his whole family. I think they just fired him, and then the rest of the family walked, being like, Earl has worked for you for 25 fucking years, and he's like trying to make more money. Clearly, you don't pay him enough.
Yeah,
and then,
well, I think everybody involved in that sounds like a dumbass to me. Like,
Kinda,
sure,
yeah.
I agree with you. There's definitely an angle you can take where it's like, this, you should have more loyalty to this guy, and clearly he's not being paid enough. There's also a chance, I mean, the loyalty thing I just 100% agree with. I feel like that's over the top. But it's not necessarily he's not making enough money. It could be that he's a greedy, stupid,
you're right.
dumb fuck.
I was gonna say, knowing Earl, actually, he's just a dumbass who was like, I could make more money if I did this.
And why would you steal? Or like, if it was, you said it could not be stealing, but if you did steal from the merchant to sell them cheaper.
Yeah, I don't remember if the story is he's either printing bootlegs of their own shirts out of his own house and then bringing them to TV and selling them for cheap in the parking lot, or he's just like swiping what he can from the merch tables when nobody's looking.
Both of those stories are dumb. Why would you do that?
Yeah, that's Earl Hebner. He just is kind of dumb.
Yeah. I think Cena's just winning.
Yeah, he is. This was just meant to be like,
Tommy Dreamer made fun of Dolph Ziggler for losing to John Cena, and Cena was like, "If you think it's, if you fight me then," or basically.
Yeah, I guess this is just John Cena winning. Yeah, I was trying to think.
Yeah, I think it's like a case of maybe next week Dolph goes to Tommy and laughs at him, and then they break out into a brawl and they have another match.
I like it.
Cool.
That works for me.
Should we have Dolph Ziggler at ringside for this match? Just,
He's bringing him down to watch. I like it.
I think Dolph just appears on his own volition to spectate.
What's going on down there, he says.
All right, let's get a graphic. Later tonight, we've got the return of the Cutting Edge with special guest Charlie Haas.
Hype?
I'm willing to say hype on this one, yeah.
Yeah.
We cut backstage where Mr. Kennedy is approached by Teddy Long.
Excellent. Says, yep.
Kennedy, how do I want to say this? You know what this angle is.
Dog.
You want to take it?
Yeah. Let me just find the write-up again here. Oh, there we are. Yeah, obviously. I know where to find that.
Yeah, I feel like I hope these new channels will be useful.
Teddy Long will approach Mr. Kennedy and say, now listen here, player. I understand that I booked the situation last week, but I still do not appreciate you beating up Jerry Lawler as you did. Jerry is... hold on. One sec.
Sure.
Jesus. Jerry is... he's very hurt. Emotionally, more than anything. And so he has asked me to come up with some kind of solution. And I have it. Jerry Lawler is going to get his own Survivor Series team. Miss Kennedy's like, okay. What the fuck does that have to do with me?
Yeah, good for him.
Oh, no, I'm not on Jerry Lawler's Survivor Series team, man. Teddy Long says, no, don't be ridiculous, playa. You're going to face Jerry Lawler's team at Survivor Series. I am asking you, you despicable son of a bitch, to find 4 other people in this locker room who will stand behind you. And you will fight Jerry Lawler and whoever he comes up with. And Mr. Kennedy, if Jerry Lawler wins...
I think we should do this the other way around. I think Kennedy should go, no. What's in it for me?
Well, that was going to be the thing.
You were doing it.
Yeah, that's fair.
No, the way you were doing it was going to be, because I could tell you were starting. I would flip it the other way around. We should start with what Kennedy could win.
Oh, I see.
End the angle with what happens if he loses.
I like it. Yeah. Miss Kennedy just says, I just won't show up. I just won't form a team. What are you going to do then? You count me out? Okay. Boo-hoo. Miss Kennedy says, Mr. Kennedy says, why would I even bother
Yep.
doing this? Teddy Long says, because if you do win, Mr. Kennedy, I will replace Amy Weber as the interview overlord with you.
Kennedy's eyes widen.
You will get control over the sound waves of Monday Night Raw. If you want to talk for fucking 2 hours on end, I'll fight you on it, but I don't think I can do much. You're the interview overlord then.
Deal, I'm in. I'll do it. And Kennedy goes to walk off.
But player, if you lose, you are going to be banned from talking at all on Monday Night Raw for 90 days.
Kennedy looks conflicted as the camera fades to black.
I gotta go find some tag teams to yell at, player. Get
Holla,
around.
holla. I like it.
Yeah, Team Lawler versus Team Kennedy at Survivor Series.
I'd like a different name than Team Lawler. How do you feel about Team Raw?
Oh, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Cool.
Okay, so all I would do there is change up the verbiage a little bit of that intro part where Taylor's going to say, you're going to fight my team, and it's being led by the man you so grievously beat up last week, because he's not quite done with you. Jerry Lawler.
Yeah, I know where you're going, and I like that. I would still tweak the verbiage a little bit. I don't like my team, because I don't think Teddy should be, like, directly involved in this beef. He should be, like, the locker room here on Raw has pretty clear views on you, Teddy, and they're putting together a team or something like that.
Our team. I don't know. Yeah.
Our team. I'd like our a lot better than mine. Just to try and keep Teddy a little bit above this beef. He's not feuding. With
Yeah.
Mr. Kennedy.
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah.
I think 4 on this.
Yep.
And then I think a second part where Austin weighs in when we go back down to the ring.
I like it.
Yeah.
Storyline development. That all works.
Austin can say that, like, he wishes he was young enough and fit enough to be on the team, but he's going to be supporting them from the booth.
Yeah, Jim could be like, Steve, it's your chance. Go talk to King. And Steve's like, I'm too hurt, Jim. Let's be real.
No. But it's going to be good to see.
I'm just getting off screen. Generic on that, or?
Yeah, it could maybe creep into character development, but I'd lean generic.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, that was where I was. Yeah, perfect.
First, and part 1 we got storyline development, right? Because that's definitely what part 1 is. Yeah, cool. I'd say minor victory for Mr. Kennedy here, unreciprocated. Because
I like it.
It's a bit complicated, but I think this is definitely like a big opportunity for him that he's getting. Okay, we're back ringside now. I did that for no real reason, but we feel like we should use the opportunity. I guess wrestling makes some sense here. Hold on. Let me consult the women's almanac that I've created here. Don't worry about what that means.
Yeah, I did see that like last second. And I was like, oh shit. Or not last second, but before I fell asleep. I was like, oh fuck.
What did you see?
Something else there. Oh, the women, the thing about the Mickey and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah.
That only popped.
Yeah, cool.
Hours later. Yeah, like I only got a note for it hours later. I thought you were like up at like 4 a.m. my time just thinking about Mickey James. I was like, damn, it's fucking crazy.
No, I sent it earlier. I think I was up at 3 a.m. your time, but we had a chat at that time. So that
yeah.
Okay. Very hot, very warm. I don't know if this is new to TW9 or if I just never did it on the previous games, but my spreadsheet now accommodates momentum.
That's cool.
Okay, I don't know whether I want to level this critique. Because it's obviously not a big deal and I understand the benefits of it, but I am going to level it. It makes it a little awkward in my data set when everything is cisgender female and cisgender male. And while I understand why it's there, pretty much everyone we're ever going to have in this company is cisgender. So I don't know. I get it's a very minor critique, but I'm like, I don't know. I wish I could somehow easily filter out the cisgender part.
I hear that. I hear
Yeah.
that too. Because like I mean, my first thought is like, I mean,
it's hard to say.
What's the
It's a
word I'm
difficult
trying to
topic
use
to
here?
broach. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that would have been if I had said that the way I had it in my head, that would have not come across the right way at all.
Yeah.
Jesus. I'm very glad I held my tongue. Jesus. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, I guess so. I think people get what we're saying. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's one of those, like, I think my long and short is that I obviously understand why it's there and support its inclusion. It just maybe there were options to streamline it a little bit in like in periods where you're unlikely to have.
That's the best way you could put what I had in my head. Yeah.
Cool. All right. It doesn't look like there's any women here that can just go into a little filler match. So I guess that's off the table. Actually, Victoria could fight someone again. I don't know if there's anybody she hasn't fought yet. I bet she hasn't fought Christy Hemme.
Probably not.
I'd be very surprised.
She has.
She actually has. A few months ago, but that's still pretty close. What about Jillian Hall?
Sorry. She's the only babyface woman. That's awesome. That's fucking awesome. Who did you say? Sorry, Jillian Hall.
Jillian Hall. So based. That's so based.
He is so based.
2 minutes. Victoria wins. Domination. She's never getting off TV.
No.
She's
Wonderful.
here forever. No, that's cool. Survivor Series ad live from the Nut Center.
Love it.
On November 21st.
Come get nut.
Come join the nuts. Oh, I like that. Let's do a second part to this angle.
Yep.
Where let's do segment hosts on the comms, Bobby Lashley and Trish Stratus off screen, where the commentators hype up that this Thursday, speaking of Survivor Series, this Thursday, we're hearing news that Trish Stratus has a big announcement on Thursday night for Survivor Series. And I can go 1 minute as well. And yeah, that's absolutely it. I'm definitely down for hype, but it feels like maybe it's foreshadowing or tease because there's a little bit of mystery there.
I do foreshadowing.
Cool.
I like it.
Yeah. All right. I think because of the nature of the storyline beats, I'm just going to say this now. I think this is a week where Miz and Morrison just take the night off. Because last week we've sort of established the setup, and then next week we're getting the payoff. I don't think we need to do anything this week with them.
Were we doing that triple threat thing this week, or is that next week?
We're announcing.
Oh, that's not with them, anyways.
It's not with them.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. And just to clarify, my pitch is that we do a singles triple threat this week and announce the tag team triple threat for next week, where we do your pitch about the attack and stuff. Remember that?
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. just checking it. Cool.
Yeah, no, fair. Entirely fair.
Who's refereeing those first 2 matches?
Good question. Earl.
I think we should keep the Hebners off this show. Just
Crooked Earl the goat.
No, not for crooked nature reasons. Just like, just because they seem quite pissed, and maybe it's nice if they just kind of chill for tonight. He's reffing both
Understood.
matches. Holy. Okay. Just double check the lists.
Yeah, obviously, Batista,
Yeah.
um,
Oh yeah. I think we're.
Jeff.
So I have a pitch. I mean, I don't know if you saw it, but I put down what I'm planning on doing with Batista this week. In the Batista.
I
In
see.
the Batista one. Funny enough.
Yep. Okay. Right. Yes, I do remember this.
I remember thinking originally this should be the main event. Oh, that's right, because there's a later on in the show thing. Right. That's why it shouldn't be the main event. But then what is the main event? Unless it is just that tag team triple threat, it very much could main event. I'm starting
It could entirely be.
Yeah, let's do that then.
Yeah.
In that case, the next match I think is going to be this tag team match I have in mind.
Yep.
Let's show highlights or nitro stills of the Batista Hardy match from Saturday.
Yep.
For those who haven't seen SNME, we have a new WWE champion. His name is Batista.
True.
5-time world champion now. Yeah, we might want to name this angle because I think we're probably going to do this all as part of the same angle, which is part 1 is this, the nitro stills.
Yep.
Then part 2 is the comms hyping up that there will be on Tuesday night there will be a replay on ESPN of SNME, and then part 3 is going to be the comms saying that later tonight or maybe after the break we're going to see the Hardys in action against Chris Masters and Kenny Dykstra. Yeah. So first one is that. Second one, subject hosts.
Segment hosts.
Yeah, I do that every time. And then it's I guess Hardy and Batista. Actually, no, we don't need anything else because this is just them, and this is I would call hype, I guess, because it's hyping up it's hyping up the replay. We want you to watch it. And then this one is the Hardys are in action next.
Segment host again for these two,
and this one the Hardys are off screen. Or it could just be Jeff, because maybe we don't care if Matt's in action.
We toss both on there. Tease,
yep.
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect for me too. Cool. And then let's get this match in. It's the Hardys versus Chris Masters and Kenny Dykstra. When I was putting together this match, I was trying to find a partner for Masters. I found myself pleased with where Kenny Dykstra is in the card.
Nice.
Yeah, he has found himself in a nice niche as an independent mid-card heel for me.
Yeah, I'd agree.
6?
Yep, I think that's fair.
Cool. Hardy pins Masters.
Yeah, very telling who's who there.
Yeah, I mean, you understood what I meant.
Yep.
And then after the match, Jeff's going to get on the mic and he's going to say, I'm not going to lie to you. I've always, in this business, I've always been honest with my fans, with the WWE universe. And I'm hurting. What happened on Saturday night, it hurt me. And I know from listening to my fans and from all of the messages I've received that I'm not the only one. I want you all to know that hurt, it only lasts for so long. And it only lasts as long as we let it. I'm not going to let my defeats define me. Because we did it once, and we could do it again. That's why tonight, I'm announcing I'm cashing in my rematch clause. I want a rematch for the WWE Championship next week on Raw. And Batista, I guess this is a 2-part angle. This is like 3 minutes.
Yep.
In the second part, Batista appears on the Titantron with the WWE Championship on his shoulder. And he says, Jeff, I hear you loud and clear. Unfortunately, I can't be there at Corpus Christi tonight, as much as I'd like to be. because I'm here ready to film an episode of ESPN Sports Center tonight, where I'm going to be representing the WWE and talking through that match on Saturday, which of course is getting replayed tomorrow night on ESPN for those that missed it. Listen, Jeff, I hate to say this, but I need to remind you that when we negotiated the contract for our match on Saturday, the rematch clause was removed from the contract. And as much as I'd like to beat you again, I'm just afraid there's no money in it. You're too small time for me, Jeff. You had a great little championship reign, and you should be proud of it. But I think it's time for the real stars to take over the spotlight, if you know what I mean. So, no, I won't be fighting you for the WWE Championship again. Bye.
Got him. I like this. Bye. Bye. Fantastic. How long is that?
3 again?
Yep. Go with Jeff Hardy has no rematch clause.
Anything you want to add to either side of this?
Not that I can think of.
That's fine.
Yeah, no, not that I can think of.
Regular victory for Dave over Jeff here, I think.
Ooh, good call. Good call.
All right. Backstage, Candice Michelle is in the middle of a photo shoot with, we're going to say, Talia Madison. And I guess let's make this a 2-part angle. Let's go 1 minute sex appeal on this first part, because this is them doing the photo shoot.
Yep.
And then the photo shoot kind of breaks. They break for they look at the photos and they start developing. And Candice goes over to Talia and they get chatting. And Candice is like, did you see that match on Saturday night? Mickie James versus Melina. Look, I'll give Mickie some credit. She almost got the women's championship, but did you see how sweaty she got? And I swear she got a little bit of blood on her at the end there. It was fucking disgusting, man. Melina, for all the disagreements we've had, she's got some real class about her. You'll never see her running around the ring grunting like Mickie James. Beth Phoenix, we've had our differences too, and she's a brute of a woman, but at least she also has a little bit of class about her. All these women exuding class. Mickie James just exudes trash.
Damn. Excellent.
Talia Madison's like, yeah, she's...
That's it. That's not... yeah.
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 I used to be a manager of a tag team called the Dicks. Is that why they call you the Dick Master? Sure.
No.
Cool. Yeah, that looks good to me. Okay. Let's do the Christmas Chaos Tour or whatever we were calling it.
Yup.
Excuse me. I
believe you mean the Hanukkah Havoc Tour.
No, that's later. When is Hanukkah? It's around the same time, isn't it? Or is it exactly
I think
the same
so.
time?
I think they're overlapping, kind of, yeah.
I don't know. So I'm seeing some dates here, but I don't know whether, because it's giving me a range of dates. So I don't know whether it's like Christmas where it like builds up to a like a finale date basically, or whether it's like Ramadan where it's sort of like no day is more important than the other. But it says it's the 25th of December through to the 2nd of January.
Yeah, I believe it's 12 days. It's each little spot, each holder on the menorah, you're supposed to light a candle for each day that goes by. And I believe it's supposed to symbolize there's a story where I'm going to butcher it a little bit, but it's essentially like there's a bunch of people hiding out in like a temple somewhere or something like that. and they're running really low on I think both like light and like warmth or something like that. And the menorah doesn't go out; it stays lit for
Mm,
12 days, and that's what you do it for, I believe.
makes
Somebody
sense.
please in the comments tell me I'm wrong and I know nothing, because that's
All I
probably
know about
accurate.
Hanukkah is what I learned from the holiday armadillo, so I couldn't
Oh,
really, yeah, I couldn't really comment.
definitely was like told about it in school and stuff like that over here. Um,
I'm sure I was, and we have a mandatory subject about religion. But I did really well in it, but I did not engage
yeah, we don't.
particularly frequently.
Yeah, we don't have anything like that here. It would just be well, I mean, you could if you went to certain schools and stuff like that. But in like the general public schools, I'm pretty sure it would have just been like near Christmas time, and one of my teachers bothered to explain, hey, there are other traditions that go on around this time of year.
That's
This is
good.
one of them.
That's cool. All right, we're close to the top of the hour. I think we could just come on down to the ring and do the cutting edge.
Yep.
Edge is gonna come out in
Yep.
street clothes, smiling, smug. That prick. Um, sorry, is that a bit? That's a bit too harsh. On
No, I think that's fair.
No, fair.
Fuck him.
Okay, cool.
Fuck him.
Edge. Absolutely fuck him. Edge is gonna come out, and before he even introduces Charlie Haas, he's gonna sit down in his little fucking pretentious stool that he's got on
Yep.
this stupid show, and he's gonna go. Lots of people have been asking me since Saturday night, why did I attack Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin? They've been moaning and crying at me. I wanted to see who was going to win. Like, you really care who's going to win out of Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin. No. Everybody has been paying attention to those two men for one reason and one reason alone. And it's the same reason why I was paying attention. Because people like watching friendships fall apart. And quite frankly, I was loving it. I really enjoyed watching Charlie Haas and Shelton Benjamin, these two guys who've been friends for years, finally getting at each other's throat. I've known these guys very, very well. We came up together basically on SmackDown a few years ago in the tag team division, and they were pains in my asses. So I've seen them grow and develop from these young little whippersnappers who couldn't get out of Kurt Angle's shadow into two guys who apparently think they're main event quality. Listen. Neither of those guys have what it takes to be at the top. Because things have changed since Shelton Benjamin was the World Heavyweight Champion. Things have changed since Charlie Haas was fighting for the WWE Championship. No longer is it enough to be a great wrestler, to do things the right way, to work hard. Now you need a level of ruthlessness, a level of, dare I say, depravity, that I'm not sure those two men, well, I wasn't sure that those two men were capable of until this most recent episode, where, you know what? I'm starting to see something develop within them, but certainly last Saturday night we were not going to see anything relevant. I wanted to make sure that both of those guys knew that they just weren't on my level, and I proved that last Saturday when I laid both of them out. But I'm going to be completely honest. There was another reason why I got involved on Saturday, because I was concerned. They were dangerously close to reconciling. I don't get it. Two guys who, when they talk, they bicker, but when they wrestle, they hug. Weird to me. But it was happening. They were getting close to getting back on the same page, and that just didn't sit right with me. See, I like Charlie Haas. I like Charlie Haas a lot. And I've never liked how he's been treated by Shelton Benjamin. Shelton doesn't care about Charlie Haas. Certainly, Shelton Benjamin doesn't trust Charlie Haas. We saw that all summer with the Batista thing. Now, all Shelton Benjamin sees in Charlie Haas is a little sidekick that he can use to have his back, to shield him from guys like me. So, Charlie, I'm inviting you out here on the cutting edge for two reasons. One, I want to give you the platform to show the world who you really are. And two, I wanted to tell you to your face that friendship is not good for you. And then Charlie's going to come down.
How long is that first part?
Pretty long. I think 6 with the entrances and things.
Yep.
Yeah. And I think Charlie's gonna be pissed. I think he's not gonna like what I just said, but I'm gonna leave the promo to you if you want to do it.
Oh, um,
I have a rough idea if you don't, but I'll give you have a think before you decide.
I don't even know what Charlie would say here.
Okay, do you want me to do it? It'll be quite a short one, but I think I know where.
Yeah, yeah, I guess so. Give me a yeah.
He's gonna come down. He's gonna look pissed, and he's gonna get the microphone. And he's gonna go right up to Edge's face, and he's gonna say, "You talk too much. You talk way too much, Edge. All right. Like, first of all, what happened on Saturday had nothing to do with you. You put your nose where it doesn't belong, and now you come out here and you want to analyze one of my deepest friendships. You can piss off, quite frankly. I don't care about you. I don't care whether you think I'm a main event quality wrestler. You can take your false concern about me and shove it up your ass, okay? You don't care about anybody, especially not me. Now, I'm going to give you one warning, and one warning only, because I'm not out here to give your talk show credence. I'm out here to tell you to stay out of my business, or else. And it'll drop the mic and leave.
Based.
Cool.
3? Yeah. Okay. There we go.
I'm thinking regular success unreciprocated for Edge, and then regular victory for Charlie over Edge.
Charlie over Edge. Perfect. Yeah.
Yep. We cut to backstage where Teddy Long is in his office on the phone to somebody, and he says, "But you negotiated percentage points on Survivor Series. Clearly, you want to fight somebody at Survivor Series, right? Like, okay, it doesn't have to be Jeff Hardy, but it has to be somebody. Hello, Dave? Dave? Why does he keep doing that?" Yep.
What should I call this?
Teddy Long receives a frustrating phone call.
All right, I like it.
Okay, so here's what I gotta ask you. This is one thing I just remembered. I kind of sectioned off in my mind that is on this show, but I didn't want to put a pitch together because I want, as long as you want to keep this as part of your peer review, then I'm happy for you to do so. We have 3 weeks till Survivor Series. Randy Orton is going to fight Ted DiBiase at Survivor Series with the stipulation it's title belt versus faction joining or whatever.
Yep.
You can have a match, you can have an angle, you can have whatever you want. Just over to you. I'm gonna go grab a drink. Actually, I'll still be able to hear you.
Yeah. So Cody beat Ted last week. Orton kind of just laughed at him. Might be a Randy Orton interview where Cody Rhodes kind of hangs out behind him, and Orton can say like, "Seems like Ted DiBiase Jr. might be getting a little too big for his britches. If he can't beat Cody Rhodes, what kind of chance does he have against me?" Ted has decided to, against the better judgment of any other man, he's continued to push this issue against me. And so Survivor Series isn't going to be a match. Isn't going to be a fight. It's going to be me setting things right. And it's going to be the foundation. Yeah, go ahead.
Because I like where you're going on this, but I have an idea. First of all, I don't think we've booked this for Survivor Series.
Oh, have we not?
Don't think so.
Oh, you're right. No, you're right. Yeah.
But I like where you're going with this. What if pretty much everything you've said already we use, But
Yep.
it's not Randy Orton saying it. It's Cody Rhodes. Because I think one little piece of subtext we've done since this thing kicked off is that while Ted never let Cody talk, Randy does like Cody to talk. And so Cody is saying basically all of this with Randy looking on with a big smile on his face. And instead of going the way you were going to end that, instead Cody asks Ted to join them because this is the strongest place to be.
I like it. I like it.
Cool.
Non-speaking appearance. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, for Randy.
Yeah. Set off screen. Cody being interviewed. Amy Weber, get her out there. The question is just essentially, what now? Like, yeah, like, you know, is that 3 minutes? 4 minutes?
No, 4.
4? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cody wants Ted to join him in Viperville.
We can do a confrontation in the ring next week where we book the match for, you know, he maybe Ted refuses and then asks for a US title match, and then Orton's like, all right, how about this? I'll give you that US title match, but if you lose, you have to join me.
Yeah, I thought that had been booked in already. Yeah, you're right. So perfect.
Cool beans. I think this is more character development. It's traveling, sure. But yeah, we're learning more about Cody. It's the first time he's been allowed to talk in years.
Real.
Let me just check. What have we not actually done on this show yet? I think it's just the tag team stuff. Let's check the analysis then.
Yep.
He's mentioned. Oh, and we do have an angle we need to do with him later. That's fine.
Yep.
Him, we've decided we can leave the off. He's in main event stuff later. He's been mentioned. I don't think there's anything wrong with maybe Beth Phoenix wrestling.
Yeah.
What about a dev girl though? I don't know how many
sure.
of these main roster.
Wait.
Main roster guys.
Based.
I'm fine with it if that's what you're pitching.
Yeah. I'm like, unless you're stuck with absolutely a dev woman.
No,
yeah,
no,
based.
No.
Based.
How long do you want this to go then to keep your basedness intact?
Oh, it's like a minute probably.
Okay,
yeah,
right, fine. Yeah,
I accept what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
The name is based.
Gotcha. And yeah, the idea here is Beth is like still pissed, and she wastes no time with this local women's competitor.
Yep.
I do think she should just cut a promo after the match as well, where she says, I want to keep it short and sweet. I don't want to go like around the houses with this. I think she just says, Melina, Mickey James, you better keep watching your back.
I like it.
Or maybe, I think there's actually something else here. Maybe she goes, my enemy list is growing, but sooner or later I will get through it.
I like that.
Cool. Yeah. Beth Fiend. Is Beth Fiend in a storyline? Can we give her an unreciprocated minor success? She's probably in the Lonely Mountain, right? Yeah.
I mean, she is the Lonely Mountain, so.
Uh-huh. That is true. All right, backstage, Charlie Haas bumps into Shelton Benjamin.
Yep.
And Shelton is going to go up to Charlie and say, hey, look, man, you need to ignore Edge, right? He's talking nonsense. Absolute bullshit. That guy is a snake. He can't be trusted. We shouldn't even be listening to him, all right? We just need to ignore him. And Charlie gives Shelton a strangely cutting look as he says this. And then he goes...
You saw what I did out there.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I like that line. So he said, "You saw what I did out there. You know what, Shelton? Maybe, maybe you're proving Edge right. That you don't trust me to just handle my own business. I went out there and I handled it. What good is it coming up to me and giving me advice that I don't need? Also, I still got a bone to pick with you. Every time you get interviewed about us, you keep bringing up my past failures, that I can't win the big one. And now you're out here." He paused himself. "Look, I love you, man. Always have, and always will. But maybe, just maybe, all that success you've had has started to make you forget what it's like to struggle. I can handle Edge. Just stay out of my way, gold standard."
3.
Yeah, I think this is character development.
Okay, yeah, it's cool with
Yeah, these characters are definitely changing, or at least we're learning more about them here. Let's have Mark Henry and oh wait, no, they're no. I was gonna have
Yeah.
Mark Henry and William Regal discuss topics, but they're kind of busy.
Yeah, no, not allowed.
Not allowed. Why don't we get an interview with Dolph Ziggler? Chris Nowinski asking Dolph Ziggler, you know, he's been coming up short a lot lately, but a lot of the WWE universe have been talking about him. Does he think his fortunes are going to turn around? And Dolph Ziggler's just like, you know what? I'm still young in this business, and I'm already a former World Tag Team Champion. It's absolutely right that the WWE Universe has started talking about me, and sometimes it's not just about winning or losing; it's about making an impact. And at the end of the day, if people are talking about Dolph Ziggler, then that can only be good.
Love it.
Great.
No press is bad press.
Mm. 2.
Yep.
Cool.
Character development.
Yeah, for sure.
Triple threat. Triple threat. Triple threat.
You want to just do it now?
Yeah, might as well.
Okay. Yeah, we can have a brawl afterwards, actually, and that'll probably take us to the end of the show, if that's the direction we want to go.
Based.
Oh, yeah, so I didn't pick out the guys who I wanted in this.
Yeah.
I like Brian.
Yep.
I like Regal.
Yep.
And I lean Umaga.
Yeah, I probably do too.
Cool.
Dude, we got the base flippy man technician
Yep.
big guy formula. Holy shit.
TV
It's
banger
happening.
alert.
It's happening.
13 came into my head.
I like that. I like that. Who's winning this?
That's a really good question.
I think it should be Umaga.
All right. I really don't have an opinion, so I'm more than happy. Who's you pinning?
Fuck it, Brian Kendrick.
All right, yeah.
You want to get the other guys at ringside?
I would. I want two-part angle, well, actually, a multi-part angle before this, where we get a graphic announcing that next week we're getting this tag team triple threat. I think we should know that before the main event, because otherwise I think it'll seem a bit random.
Tag title triple threat next week.
This is a multi-part angle, just to warn you.
Oh, okay, never mind. Fuck that.
Okay. And then I think we go into entrances for all the people here.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that works for me.
Just I think 1 minute each. London and Kendrick working the crowd. Yeah, you can do this first. Probably Umaga and Manu bodyguard, and Armando Estrada working the crowd.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And maybe Regal working the crowd, Henry intimidation. We forgot to mention it, but Ben's advice did lead to a pretty banger rating on The Undertaker.
It did. Yeah, it did. And then
Other than Kendrick just working the crowd. Yeah. 1 minute is fine for this
Oh
entrance.
yeah. What the fuck?
I was like, where did
You want to know why? That's
from?
because
Go ahead.
the whole segment is going to be for.
Oh, I see.
Tag title match next week.
You could just leave it at that, honestly. I was thinking when I mentioned it to you that it might have just been fine to leave it.
Works for me.
And then we could just leave it there, or we could have a brawl. You know me, I like a brawl. But I'm also down for there not to be a brawl. I kind of feel
I
like
may not do a brawl.
Okay.
I kind of just don't think.
What about a 1 minute angle where Manu joins Umaga and they stare down the retreating tag champs?
Okay.
Just to kind of foreshadow the scene of like, oh shit, Umaga just beat Brian Kendrick. What's gonna happen next week?
Yep, I like
subtext. The comms aren't saying that, but that's the subtext.
Them on working the crowd, Manu and
Intimidation.
Taker on. Yep, Manu and Taker.
Yeah,
Whoa.
I heard it.
Whoa. Samoan Wrecking Crew. Stare down. The tag champs.
Great. I like it. If you do.
I like it too, yeah. Monday Night Raw.
Monday Night Raw, let's run it.
Let's do it. Ideas.
Oh, great. Well remembered. I want definitely some angles, or at least maybe 2 attempts at angles. I like the cutting edge could get one.
Bravo.
That's fine. And then, yeah, one more. At least one more into this. Ooh. I don't know if I see this as a big gamble, so I think just save this and we send one more and that's it.
Okay.
Nah, I don't think it's worth... What do you think? I don't think that angle comes across to me as a gamble.
No, I don't think so either.
What about sending one of those, though, on the Shelton Charlie angle? And the gamble is, ooh, are people really going to like these two starting to get to some real conflict?
I approve.
Okay.
And these other ones we could use here. I don't know if we could use that.
What do you want to use?
This storyline idea.
Oh, we could.
Oh, what just happened? That was weird. Something made like a loading symbol there for half a second, and then I couldn't arrow anymore.
Do you wanna reformat? Because we currently have 2 tag team storylines with Miz and Morrison and London and Kendrick. Do we want to collapse maybe the tag team storylines and use it?
Yeah, we could. Yeah, probably on this one, right?
Yeah. So kill blood on the sand. And let's have a look at what that one is, because we might just be able to leave that one. Yeah, it looks kind of good to me.
Yep.
Just send the creative idea, yeah.
Okay.
Can I see those character ideas that we had?
Yeah.
There's 2 generic ones at the top.
The best way to do that would be this.
Okay. And then the one below it. Can we send a bit of a gamble one on Mickie James? She's only warm at the moment.
Yep.
Nice. And we have a near certainty. We also have a Shelton Benjamin storyline character idea, right?
We do, yeah.
Is he white? He's probably just white hot, right? Yeah.
Yep.
Cool. We'll leave it then. Yeah, I'm good to run if you are.
Cool. Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Raw intro. Batista foreshadowed a heel turn.
Oh my, that's next week for me.
Okay, cool.
He's cutting a big promo next week, so let's try and remember. That's a good time to do
it. Wonderful. The great chemistry. Holy.
This is kind of disappointing though. The wrestling was so good. I feel like this is Corpus Christi at work.
It is, dude. It is. Oh my, simmering. They don't care.
They just don't care. The
Life
only crowd in America that John Cena can't get into gear.
Yeah, life must be really hard in Corpus Christi. Takes so much to get these people excited.
Okay.
There we go.
There you go. It's Teddy Long, as always.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
Yep. This is gonna be building up over the next couple weeks.
Yep. Yeah.
Victoria beats Jillian Hall with the Widow's Peak.
Crowd is still hot here in Corpus Christi. It's a miracle.
SmackDown tease stuff. This is the highlight stuff, and we got the Hardys and tag action. Excuse me, next.
Nice.
Nice indeed. 98.
Yep.
Jesus, Jeffrey.
The tag experience and the tag chem giving him a pretty major
That's
boost
true.
there.
That's true.
But
yeah.
He is obviously still crazy good. White hot as Batista appears on the Titantron.
Awesome.
And he says, no.
No.
No, no, no.
Yeah, Candice Michelle calls Big James trash.
Did you know, based on my arbitrary talker rating, Candice Michelle is the second best promo in the women's division on Raw?
That's wild. Christmas Chaos Tour. The Cutting Edge.
Acceptable, yeah.
I think this Edge guy might be a bad guy.
Maybe a bad guy, yeah. He cares about Charlie Haas, though.
Teddy Long gets a phone call.
Disappointing angle from Teddy. Nice.
Yeah,
Cody Rhodes is talking
really
here.
Nice. Yeah, this is just Cody talking and Orton standing there. So, like,
Orton does get
poorly my ass.
Orton does get rated on his overness for that.
But
that
still,
one.
Like, Cody didn't sink it. So
no, I am impressed. No doubt.
They have pretty good chemistry, buddy. Oh my god.
I mean,
stash that for 20 years from now.
Yep.
10 years from now, I mean to say.
Yeah. Maybe even. Yeah. Maybe 10. 10's a good estimate, maybe.
Beth Phoenix has a long list of enemies, and she'll run through it all someday.
She will kill. You're looking at a future women's championship match in those pictures, by the way.
Real. Hey, success. Shelton and Charlie backstage.
Bicker.
Yeah.
They hit
Shelton giving Charlie advice he doesn't need. Is there a 3-minute angle cap at 75?
I'm pretty sure there is, yeah.
Fuck, that sucks. Sucks to know it's just so rigid still.
I might be wrong, but I lean that way.
You might be right. I can't think. You know what I mean?
That's a very frequent number for 1 minute angles is 75.
Yeah. Dolph Ziggler cuts a little interview. No press is bad press.
Yep. Nice.
Here we go.
And we can
got
book
all the entrances.
The tag title match for next week.
We can. I think we should do it this. Yeah, we should do it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Because I think the replacement is easy. So London Kendrick. That's what I was looking for. Simone Wrecking Crew. And
no. Didn't you pitch that it was Simone Wrecking Crew were the ones getting replaced?
Yep.
Okay. So we don't want to book it.
Yeah, but can't we just switch out the participants and it'll keep the thing?
I don't think so. I'm willing to risk it, though, if you would like.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't think it's that big a deal. Sure. World Tag Team titles. Main event?
Yeah. I wonder what this will do. I'm very curious. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's about what I expect.
Yeah, indeed. Maga hits the Samoan spike on Brian Kendrick, obliterates this man's throat.
Oh no. Regal's performance. That's definitely a physical condition thing.
It is. He's old. He's hurt.
Yeah.
He works with fucking children. And there's a big stare down as we go off the air.
You know,
what's gonna
considering
happen
where we were, that was a banger show.
It was, I agree.
Yeah. The Swedes loved it. Who's that guy?
I don't know. Really good, whoever he
I like,
is.
yeah, I can see that star quality, and I'm certain we've already touched
We did,
that.
yes. Yep.
Such a weird thing for us to buff, considering he retires in a couple of years.
Yeah, literally. Strange decision, but whatever. We clearly just wanted him
Oh
to.
no, it's happening! I feel like he hasn't been complaining much.
Danielson? Oh.
Has he? Have I just missed it?
I think he has occasionally, yeah.
Oh! Look!
I saw.
Yeah, it's working.
Is
Nature
this
is
based for
healing.
you? Is this based for you? Yeah.
But it's based because if you remember, she came over to America at like 16, and we kind of sent her back to Japan by bankrupting
we killed a company. Yeah.
And a part of the reason why I went through and I added these companies is because I noticed there just was not a Joshi company. So no wonder she's unemployed. So yeah, like, and there was no European company, which is why I added it to the VXV. So yeah, no,
Fucking crazy, man. There just wasn't any of those.
I mean, I get it, right? This mod is very well made. They seem like Stark omissions, but when this was originally made, who really in the Western audience had this big VXV?
I was gonna say I never would have fucking noticed. I never noticed, really. You're telling me there's no Puro, there are no Joshi fans at all, and like barely any companies have died in this data. So there just never was one.
No, there were. No, I specifically checked to see if they were like in the data anywhere, like they closed or they were set to open, and they were just missing. Like I didn't check Stardom. I assume Stardom's in, but Sendai Girls and Oz Academy, which I didn't end up adding Oz Academy because I thought 2 was enough. I mean Sendai Girls is probably.
You'd be wrong.
What do you mean?
There's no Stardom.
Oh, wrong about there being Stardom. Is it called Wonder Ring Stardom? Maybe.
No.
Okay, that is kind of crazy. We'll have to add those later. I don't think Stardom opens for another few years, but yeah.
Cool. Jump over to SmackDown.
Recovery for Andrew Martin. Isn't Andrew Martin Test?
He is.
I thought Test died, or was that in real life?
That's in real life, yeah.
Who died the same week as Eddie Guerrero?
Oh, that was Mark Jindrak.
Right.
Heartbreaking.
Yeah, real.
Genuinely fucked up that we never really remember him because he died the same week as Eddie Guerrero.
Well,
but also,
ironically, in some ways, I remember him more because
now I think in the long run, I remember him because he's the guy who died like the day after Eddie Guerrero died.
Scott Hall's dead too, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run to the washroom here really quick.
Well, I guess I am too if you are. Yeah, be right back.
One sec, folks.
The MVP of the show was K Crush. Nice. God, every other company in the save seems to be having morale issues except for us. Okay. I'll go to our little booking Discord. I want to see if I can.
In the washroom there, I got thinking about that dream that I had. It reminded me. I mean, you would remember, so it's dumb for me to frame it like this. You remember that time when you were on the run from the mafia for
Yeah.
a couple weeks?
Yeah. Wild.
Yeah.
Um,
Wild.
You say I would remember. Remembering what period of my life that is, it's not a guarantee.
Oh, fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
It's pretty fucked up around that time, as you could
That's
probably
understandable.
imagine. Yeah, as it would make sense. If you you don't need to check this, but just something I'm glad is working the way I was hoping it did. If you go to our Discord there, you'll see that in a few short clicks, I was able to make a new This Week on Raw channel that's completely blank. So the idea, hopefully, is that it is literally just a booking aid. If you know, it's for.
What'd you do for that? Just delete channel, make a new one?
No. See now that is a way of doing it, but that would have been too much effort, and I wouldn't keep doing that. So instead, I click duplicate channel.
Duplicate?
Yeah, and it makes a new one with the exact same name that's completely empty. And then I can delete the old channel. Yeah.
I like that.
Me too. Yeah, and I think it'll be useful because I have all these... The way I've been doing pitches these last few weeks, I think is useful. I've been laying out a lot of long-term feuds and stuff, but sometimes it can get a little difficult to collate, okay, what's happening this week? And so I'll make an effort to pull it all into these channels. And you can add stuff too. I know we talked yesterday about how I don't think it should be a place where we have discussions, but feel free to, like, if there's something you want to do and you want to remember to do it, feel free to put it in that channel.
That was like so fucking funny to me. I'm like reading all this stuff. I'm like, damn, yeah, it's all some good shit here. Yeah, I'm like replying away to it. You're just like, that stuff's all old. I'm like, oh, okay. Fair.
It was all mostly stuff.
It was still good for me to read it, but it's just very funny for you to be like, that stuff's all been around for months, man. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Not months, but I think you've seen all of it before, or at least.
Yeah, no, I would have. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I'm ready for SmackDown.
Let's do it. Who is not here?
The Undertaker can take them. Oh no, he's part of the team, so let's keep him here.
Yep. Nobody else?
I think everyone else stays. We're in Tampa, I think.
I think you're right. Let me just make sure. Yep,
Yeah.
Tampa, Florida.
Cool.
Back out east. $206. John Bradshaw Layfield's fighting Todd Grisham in the back.
I guess Todd's got to go.
Yeah. I wonder what Todd said to him.
We should have given this guy the night off.
Yeah, we probably should have.
Oh well.
What a guy. It's just like, what's up, everybody? Got a waffle bar going here. We also got to send that one woman down.
Yes, I was thinking the same thing.
We should fire her instead.
My pitch is to do nothing again.
Understandable. I agree after the Dave Hebner incident.
Yeah, good point.
It is still Bobby Lashley.
Yeah. I don't know if I think I said this about Booker T a few years ago when we had him beat John Cena clean and then somebody else in the same night to win the King of the Ring tournament. So I think I've used this phrasing before, but I'm going to use it again. I don't know if we've ever put somebody over as hard. Oh yeah,
Booker T Shelton final.
Oh, the Shelton was the second guy Booker beat. I see. Yeah. Yep. I don't know if we've ever put anybody over as hard as we put Bobby Lashley over this year.
Yeah, no, not like I think maybe Mr. Kennedy has an argument there, but that obviously petered out. And then it was also over time he was getting all these wins, where Bobby Lashley has been just on a full sprint through every single wall in front of him.
He has been, I like that phrase, on a full sprint through the most stacked roster in the history of the save.
Yeah.
Basically, as far as I'm concerned. All right, we're going to kick things off with Trish Stratus. She's going to come down to the ring, and she's going to say, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Thursday Night SmackDown. Now, here on SmackDown, you may be aware, we have a World Heavyweight Champion by the name of Bobby Lashley, who has beaten every single challenge that we've put in front of him. Even coming out of the championship scramble, still the world champion. Now, I'm sure Bobby Lashley wouldn't have it any other way than to have to keep going through challenge after challenge, and I'm sure he wouldn't want the competition to relent. That's why I'm glad to announce that it won't be. In fact, the competition is getting even more fierce. You see, in 2 weeks this Sunday at Survivor Series in Philadelphia, I am pleased to announce the World Heavyweight Championship will be defended inside the Elimination Chamber. Bobby Lashley will defend it, but there will be no hand-picked contenders. There will be no specially selected field. Everybody who competes inside the Elimination Chamber is going to have to earn their spot. And those qualification matches start right now.
Hell yeah.
5 seems good on that.
Yep. Surprise.
Yeah. I definitely think it's justifiable, but I don't know if it's the
storyline development.
Yeah, cool. It could be hype, actually. Up to you, though. I like storyline development.
I'll give storyline development. Cool. It's both, really, but yes.
Yeah. It is also a surprise. It's such a long angle, I don't think it's like the main crux of it. Okay. The first qualification match, I know this, it's in the This Week on SmackDown channel, is a big one. It's Triple H versus Gregory Helms.
I was about to do the bam, bam, bam for some reason.
Oh, shit.
I was passed on to Greg Helms.
You know how I've been talking about trying to get this Chavo Guerrero nameplate for my big gold?
Yeah.
I've been thinking, like, and I don't know if I'll ever actually do this, but it would be kind of fucking metal to me to have a full collection of SmackDown belts from the era, and the US title would definitely be Doug Basham.
That's true. Yeah. That's great.
US Doug I was thinking the US Doug Basham, World Heavyweight Chavo, London and Kendrick on the tag belts, or probably just Paul London. I wouldn't buy 2 tag belts. And then Roderick Strong probably on the cruiserweight. Maybe Greg Helms.
Both. 2 nameplates.
True. Double nameplate. Or maybe Chavo on the cruiserweight as well. We do the snapshot from the SummerSlam of last year.
Oh, true. Yeah.
All right. This match, by the way, TV banger through the ages. These 2 men.
Oh, yeah.
This is a TV feud that has lasted millennia.
This is one of the guys who gets something out of Triple H, which is a weird thing to say, but yeah, like Helms is one of the few guys who moves Triple H to actually structure a match. Like, yeah, it's weird.
How do you feel about 8?
Yep, that's where I was.
Great.
Triple H wins.
Correct. Triple H is the first entrant into the Elimination Chamber. Let's not forget, Triple H is one of the most successful Elimination Chamber participants of all time. He's competed in so many of them, but most prominently, he has won the World Heavyweight Championship inside an Elimination Chamber in January of 2005. So maybe he'll do it again. After match, we get a graphic. Tonight's main event, the second Elimination Chamber qualification, is Shawn Michaels versus Chavo Guerrero. 2 former world champions. Only one of them can be inside the Elimination Chamber. Who's it going to be?
Who is it going to be?
We'll find out later tonight. Okay. Now this show's a little tight in terms of, I think, every match is here, and I think we can
Yep.
only do these matches, but there's no angles booked, basically, except for that one that Chavo and Sean are going to have about halfway through the show. So I like the idea. Okay, I had an idea for Nat Hart, but I actually think because the show's so stacked, it's got to wait till next week.
Okay.
So why don't we get an interview with Kelly Kelly? Let's see how our interviews are.
The Ace.
The
What's up, Ace?
The beloved Kelly. You seem to have a real connection to some of the young female members of our audience. Is there a message that you have for them?
I'm an exhibitionist, Josh. That means I like to. Yeah.
What? I don't get that reference.
Oh, that's your character.
Okay.
That was her. That's her IRL character. Yeah, I just thought it was funny.
Okay. Do you want to promo as the Ace here?
God damn it!
What?
I'm like, what the fuck?
Come on, you can do John Cena.
I can, I guess, yeah.
Literally, she's been asked about her connection to the young girls in the audience.
Josh, that's something that's only come to my attention recently. I mean, I'm pretty fresh here, still on SmackDown, kind of new to the whole WWE thing. But I've heard it as well. You know, these people out here, they seem to have some kind of connection with me. Couldn't think of a different word. And it seems that they have given me their trust, their hearts and minds. And I plan not to let them down. They need somebody on SmackDown who isn't just a good person, isn't just a hero, but they need somebody that they can believe in. I think I'm that woman.
Amazing.
Kelly appreciates the fans.
Hell yeah.
2?
Sure.
Character development.
4 minutes of totally radical dudes talking to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do they talk about?
Hey, what was Kurt's name again? Oh, Hawk, right? Hey, Hawk. Yep. Wait. Hey, Hawk, you think we're gonna get a shot at the Elimination Chamber? Yeah.
That's great. The totally radical dudes are gonna make the chamber.
What if we have to face each other in the Elimination Chamber, Z? We'll be the better man win.
A good bit where Trish just told them that they're going to make the Elimination Chamber, and they're like, "Fuck yeah!" They get to the show, and they're literally putting it up.
Putting it up, yeah.
Yeah.
That's great. That's pretty great. Probably too meta for us to actually do, but it's fun.
Yeah, I agree. It could be like a series of like .com videos or something, though.
That's true.
We see them like beforehand. They're like, "We're ready for the chamber. We were told to be here." They're like dressed in their gear and like nothing's even set up. And they're like, "Yeah, no, you're here to put it up, dude. What the fuck?" And then we get like a montage of them putting it up.
Alan Jones and Rey Mysterio, who's back, taking on Idol Stevens and Jack Swagger. Wrestling.
Idol Stevens, Jack Swagger.
Five?
Yep.
Jones pins Swagger. Alan Jones gets on the mic after the match and sort of yells down at Idol Stevens and says, Stevens, this has been going on long enough. You told me if I beat your lackey last week that you'd consider giving me a rematch. I'm cashing in that chip. I want that rematch. I guess you wouldn't use that phrase. Cashing in that chip seems quite sinful. I'm calling that. I want my match. Idol Stevens, a street fight, no holes barred, just man versus man, settling this once and for all. And Stevens considers for a moment and says, all right, Alan Jones, you want to settle this so badly, you got it. Next week, you, me, street fight. But on one condition. If I win, you have to admit to me and to the world that Idol Stevens is the true savior of the WWE.
Perfect. Jones versus Idol. Street fight. Next week.
Yes, sir. 4?
Yep.
Chavo Guerrero bumps into Shawn Michaels backstage.
Yeah. There's an angle idea for this, too.
Oh, yeah.
If it's still there.
Cool. Shawn says, hey, Chavo, I know we got that match tonight, qualification for the Elimination Chamber. Look, I have a lot of respect for you and what you've done here on SmackDown over the last few years, but I just wanted to let you know that I'm not going to hold anything back tonight. And unfortunately, as sad as it is, I'm going to have to take you out of that chamber because the last few years, I've had my mind focused on just one thing, and that's becoming world champion again for one more time. Because ever since I came back, ever since I lost that world championship now 5 years ago, I had that itch in the back of my head that I had one more in me. And I've come up short every single time, but I just know that it is my destiny to become world champion again. And, you know, it's just a shame that I have to beat you to get there. Chavo kind of looks at him a little amused. He says, you know, Shawn, I've cheated destiny a few times in the past. And tonight, I could do it again. You're great. You're great. But listen, you're not getting any younger. Time is ticking. And if you're really serious about that last run at the top, be the guy that I know you can be, the showstopper, the heartbreak kid Shawn Michaels. You gotta stop waiting for destiny to come to you, man. Your opportunities aren't just gonna fall onto your lap. You're not just gonna slip into the World Heavyweight Championship. The best Shawn Michaels, the great Shawn Michaels knows that. I don't want to talk for you and say why you've been coming up short, but you say it's been 5 years? Listen, I used to be like you. I used to wait for my opportunity, and I used to believe that if that opportunity came, I would seize it with both hands. And you know what happened? That opportunity came, and I lost it. I missed. From that moment onwards, I realized destiny isn't about waiting for opportunities to come to you. It's about making your own destiny. You got to force your foot in the door, Shawn. You got to be that guy. But listen, hey, you don't need me to lecture you on how to become world champion. You've been there and done it before. But if you think I'm going to roll over easy tonight just because you think it's your destiny, well, you won't be the first to end up disappointed.
6?
Yeah. Do you want to add anything, change anything there?
I think you know what you're doing with that. That sounded like I didn't. That sounded like I didn't. Yeah, you sound like you know what you're doing with that.
I do. I'd definitely be open to
I like it.
Some cleaning up or additions if you've got any.
On Chavo. I wonder if there's something that Chavo can say in here. You know, I love my, hey, we're a lot more alike than you think. Promo. Chavo might say that we were both
smaller guys.
We both played second fiddle in a world-class tag team, only to eclipse the other guy so goddamn hard.
Yep.
I was gonna say nobody else really remembers the other guy, but Chavo maybe just Chavo just stops and goes, Yeah, I miss my uncle.
Nice.
My
I don't think
favorite
this
part.
is hype.
Yeah,
I think
go
this
ahead.
is character development.
Sure, yeah, I was thinking that at some point. Yeah. Favorite part of booking this angle still was getting that creative idea for it, and telling me Sean and Chavo discuss Destiny, and then I'm like, huh, that's kind of funny. And you were like, not that one. I was like, that's fair. Like, I didn't even say anything. You're just like, not that one. I was just
No.
like, that's so funny. That's so, because that's all I thought. I was sitting here again. I was just like, oh, what a weird angle that would be.
Yeah. Okay.
So, Sean, you heard any bad takes lately?
Okay. We've
Okay.
done. Oh, go ahead.
I mean, if you were thinking something, you go ahead. I was just looking here.
Having seen the analysis, I do have an idea.
We could do the Burke Renee talk angle at some point.
We could keep that in mind because I've got something that's a bit more relevant here.
Okay, yeah, that's cool with me.
And it is.
Oh yeah, I do have one other thing.
Great. Is it good here, or do you want me to do my thing?
You go ahead. Yeah, you're good
All
here.
Right. Backstage, we see Evan Bourne and Kofi Kingston playing SVR09, which has just come
Based.
out. And
Evan, you're not in this game. Oh,
he is in our version.
he would be. Yeah.
It's important that he is because they're playing themselves fighting at Survivor Series.
I was gonna say Kofi's playing as Kofi Kingston, Evan Bourne's playing as Brian Kendrick.
It'd be actually if either of them were to not be in that game in our universe, it would be Kofi. Evan would be more likely to be in it. Evan was probably in the last game.
That's true. Yeah, he might have been.
Kofi might have missed. Kofi might have missed the cutoff on this one because he debuted.
You're right. Yeah.
But for the purposes of this angle, he needs to be in the game, so they're both in the game because they're playing as each other, fighting at.
It's like a really bad Kofi Kingston COD. We just hope you won't notice when you buy the game.
That's funny.
Yeah, I'm doing the boom drop, and it's clearly like a Hogan leg drop animation.
Who's gonna win the SVR match?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I couldn't quite decide either, and I know you're a little bit more into these video games than me, so I'm gonna leave it up to you.
Oh, I mean, it like literally. I don't know. There's no like.
I know the video game doesn't matter. No, I know.
I was gonna say like, there's no expertise. It's all bullshit. Their ratings numbers are garbage. They don't mean anything. You can beat anybody as anybody, no problem.
Well, okay, that's fair. I mean, Evan's stats would surely be way better though in this game, right? Like,
yes, they would be.
Yeah.
Yes, he would have like a number. Kofi would probably have some kind of rookie number.
Yeah. So we're saying Evan wins.
Sure.
Okay. Evan's gonna win then, and Kofi's just gonna say, "Hey, that was a good game," but it's not gonna be that easy at Survivor Series.
I like it.
Yeah.
SVR09 ad.
No. Okay. No. Okay, you can call it that. It's fair.
SVR09 ad. Let's go. Kofi versus Evan. We'll go with that.
Yep. Kofi ends up saying, "Man, this game's so fun. I can't wait to get home and beat my kids."
It's the wrong gimmick, so I just believe he meant it. Like, 3 minutes on that?
Yeah. Okay, you had something? Oh,
Yes,
I guess Evan Bourne should get a minor victory here for winning the SVR game.
I like it. Is this storyline development then?
I don't think so. I think this is either generic or comedy.
Do it over him. Might as well, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
This one.
What angle is Big Meat Man?
I don't know. It is.
Oh yeah. It's
okay.
Shark and Preds is the meat men in question.
Yep.
Yeah, you said you had something? Does it have anything to do with piscosis by chance?
It does have something to do with piscosis.
Now that I saw his name there.
And I was thinking about it. I was like, how do I get another week here? Right? Christian's not here still.
Yeah.
I pushed back on your idea of calling him the interim champion.
Yeah. Okay. Wait. I was accepting that, but now I've listened to your tone again in my mind's eye, and I feel like that was it was preceding a but. I feel like there's a big but coming. I sense those because I like them. I can't.
I was like, well, maybe that's how I feel. Maybe Psychosis feels differently. He's a strange kind of man. He won the title, and I'm like, I wonder if, because I was like, what's something we could like? I was like, should we give him a prop for it? And I started thinking, and I'm like, need some kind of like dusty old belt that like he could like find somewhere and be like, this is mine. And I'm like, what if it was just the WCW Cruiserweight belt?
Yeah, I mean, it obviously our version is based off of that design, so.
Yeah, just to show it to people so they can get it in their head. Because I don't think I'm going to unretire it or put it on him. I thought about that for a second here, but as I was explaining it, I'm like, we don't.
Isn't the lineage
You're right.
shared?
It is ours. Yeah, it is ours. So what I'm going to do is reset this, and I'll just show the picture, because I'm sure there's a picture in here for it. I don't even have to do it on this one, but
I know what you're doing here, though. That makes sense.
There you go. He pulls out this thing, and I'm sure it's worn. Some of this paint on the sides is chipped a little bit. We've not been keeping this in a nice place, I'm sure. We've let rats get on it and stuff. The leather's a little chewed. I want the illusion like it's been in a bin somewhere for the past 7 years. And Psychosis is going to come out with it, and he's just going to say he's the Cruiserweight champion until somebody else appears who thinks they're the Cruiserweight champion.
You know me, I'll always justify going in the ring instead of backstage, but on this occasion, I think because there's no action to this and we're going into an IC title match, I think it makes more sense if he's got the belt and he's just kind of derangedly talking to camera backstage.
That is kind of based, yeah.
Cool.
3, 4?
I think 4.
4, yeah, because he can reveal the belt.
Yeah, and then also we can cut the line again where he's like, Christian, you've lost your wife. Soon you're going to lose your kids, and now you've even lost the Cruiserweight Championship, because I'm the Cruiserweight Champion.
Yep. Psychosis believes he is Cruiserweight Champion. Perfect. Storyline development?
I suppose you could make an argument that him having this belt is a storyline development, but I think it is definitely more of we're seeing into the mind of Psychosis here.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a cool thing that I thought there, where I was just kind of like, yeah, no, I agree. He should not be the interim champion. I'm like, I don't think this guy gives a fuck what I think. He just do it. He just pull up with a belt, be like, I'm the champ. We're like, what?
That's not how that works.
Yeah, like, what the fuck?
All right, let's get Drew and Santino entrances, and Justin Roberts telling us that this is an Intercontinental Championship match.
Yep.
And we can get bodyguard Highlanders here in Drew's entrance. He's found them. They're back.
They're here. Hooray.
He's here to test the hypothesis. Taz can also have a non-speaking appearance here. I say non-speaking appearance because if he tries to work the crowd, he'll want to shoot.
You're right. Wait, what part of this is what?
Go through again. Yeah, click save on everything. That's probably.
Oh, maybe I didn't save that one. Yeah, that would make sense. Okay, yeah. I was just like, what? How's it 7? Perfect.
Match.
Yep.
Ice. Oh no! He wants to.
Oh
no! They're here.
Have you seen that disastrously stupid shit on? Actually, well, it's on Twitter. I don't know if you're on Twitter anymore. I float around. I'm like looking at Twitter from the outside lately, just like what dumb shit are they doing over there? Mostly because I realize like A lot of the major events, Blue Sky doesn't have like the infrastructure yet to really deal with like big things that are happening right now. Like you can't really find out all that much, and with the amount of things that are going on.
Have you tried
What's
Reddit?
Up? I actually have been on Reddit more lately.
Yeah.
It's a little painful because I for a little while I was like, oh, big cringe Reddit, but now I'm like, oh well, Reddit's here for me at least. It's not owned by any psychopath I know of.
Or maybe finding a good
I'm
Discord maybe is
possibly that would be
live stuff. Maybe
that would be a good call. Because I mean, like I definitely I'm not regretting leaving the wrestling discussion on fucking Twitter because, as I was gonna say, you seen that dumb shit where somebody was fuck, I don't even know. It was just some fucker, and it's made the rounds and stuff like that, where some guy was like, they should do a deportation storyline with Pentagon, and it like got traction, and there were enough people who were like, that'd be fun. Let's do a deportation storyline with Pentagon. Where I was just like, what the fuck is wrong with you people? Like, what the hell?
Where are you gonna send him to? Skeleton Land?
like literally, like yeah. Like I was just like, what the fuck? My favorite part too is he just got here and they want to send him back. What the hell? He's been around for like 3 weeks.
That's a good little quip. Yeah, he just got here. Why do you want to send him back? I like that.
Yeah, I just thought it was so insane. It's just like, and it's also like, why Pentagon? He's skeleton.
Is he Mexican or is he like American?
He is.
Okay,
he is.
I mean, it's that. Then,
but they hate Mexicans.
Well, hate.
Mexicans, I know. But you know. They have many of those, but they have an entire stable that is the Latino World Order. I'm just saying, why the fuck did everybody jump to fucking Skeleton Man, dude? Like,
maybe it's because they like Skeleton Man. Maybe it's a compliment. Like maybe they just want to have him be on screen, you know, in a prominent
I do think yes. The idea was that like it would be a good thing for him because it would be like a big storyline, because right, storylines are important, not the wrestling. We don't come for the wrestling. We need the storylines. Anyways, people are fucking deluded as fuck.
It could go viral and get clip chimped. Yeah,
real. When somebody tells Pentagon to
go back to somewhere.
Yeah, I don't even know where he's from. Yeah,
ROH. Get Baron Corbin out there.
Yeah.
All right. Well.
The GOAT Bishop Dyer.
I don't even know who that is.
That's Baron Corbin.
Really?
He wrestled as Tom Pestock for like a little bit, and then I don't know, people, this was also on Twitter, people were weird about Tom Pestock, and they were like, that's not a good name. That name sucks. And I'm like, that's a perfectly fine name. Tom Pestock is a guy who, like, he'd be in a bar and he'd break your fucking face open if you fucked with him. Yeah, so instead he's gone with Bishop Dyer.
I don't mind Bishop. I don't like Dyer.
Dyer.
Tom Bishop Dyer might have been cool.
I do also get that Bishop is a Baron thing.
Yeah.
From Baron to Bishop.
Yep, kind of. But he was also king for a bit as well, right? So
yes.
He's hoping to never make pawn, and he might skip queen. But Brooke, I mean, just keep an eye open is all I'm saying.
Pope Corbin.
Pope, oh shit. That's not a chess piece, but sure. I mean, that works.
Fair enough. Neither is Baron.
Yeah. But King and Bishop are.
Fair.
We have an IC title match next after the IC
We do have an IC title match, yes.
You know, you're going in that direction, but this is kind of the blow off, and there's going to be a lot of like Santino must overcome big men. Maybe we are going in that direction, but like
9.
Okay, 9 was one of the numbers I had.
Yeah,
cool.
Santino shall overcometh.
I think so. I'm just going to leave it to you that, you know, I don't know where you're still at on this, but earlier in the year, you sort of had this, I really like quick title changes thing, and I wouldn't necessarily be opposed to Drew just winning the belt back. But I would. Go ahead.
I would be cool with that too. I just don't. Right now in my head, and maybe I'd be totally wrong if I really thought about it, I don't know how many cool matches there are for Drew to do immediately in that same space again.
Sure.
Yeah, like I could be totally wrong if I really thought about it, but
There's only one that comes to mind that he didn't do, and that would be Roderick Strong.
And I think that's probably stronger for Santino to fight anyways.
I like it. I also think Renee going back after the IC belt is something that's coming to my mind a little bit lately, and obviously
that's another thing that I think is stronger with Santino.
Yeah, for sure. For that one's a slam dunk, definitely better with Santino.
Yeah. All right, Santino wins.
Overcomes it. Do we have Drew beat up the Highlanders afterwards?
Up to you.
Okay.
Because I'm indifferent. Like, I mean, they're fine hanging around him. Now that he's not got the belt anymore.
Ooh.
Maybe they give him an avenue to do a little bit of something. Maybe we keep the idea that they will break away, but we make that Drew's next kind of story. Give him something to do.
That's cool.
Like, what if the Highlanders drew him into what if they drew him into some kind of conflict that he shouldn't be a part of, and he could be mad about that, and then...
Okay. I definitely like that, and I think that kind of even works for what I'm about to pitch. Now, what I'm about to pitch is radical. It could happen at the end of that idea you just had, though, and we've been thinking about this all wrong. What if it's not Drew turning on the Highlanders and writing the Highlanders off? What if it's the Highlanders turning on Drew, and Drew gets added to that big project we've got in the near future? Really? I thought when I thought of it, I was like, man, he'd be sick in that.
I think he's achieved.
That. Yeah, you're right. Well, I don't think that's a barrier, but we would have to have him have more of a fall if we were going to sell it. Yeah. Oh, that's unfortunate because I think he would be sick in that project. But I think I can't deny that you're right.
He would be, and they've already got one of them in there, Putty. So, like, don't do too many, right? Like, it's already going to be hard enough trying to figure out what they're going to say. So,
okay, yeah, I think I know what you mean.
Yeah, with all the terrible, strange island accents going on in that.
Well, Drew doesn't have to talk. But yeah,
I think if given the choice, I'd rather let Drew talk. Yeah.
Whoa! Wait, hold. Okay, that's a discussion for another day. But I think you're forgetting that the other man there, his best ever role was just talking.
That's true. Yeah. So good, so that's all he does now. They pay him just to talk.
Yes. Yeah. Put some respect on his name. Also, once I get the there's some MMA comparisons for that guy that I'm gonna watch before he debuts, and I think I can sell him. But we'll see, I guess.
I mean, if we don't have him off rip doing his elbow smash, what are we doing, right?
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Okay.
Instead of the put you up on my shoulders and gently place you on the ground.
Yeah. That's one of those where, because I was a child, there's a level of nostalgia I have for that move that I can't quite let go of, but I understand what you're saying. I also just kind of I feel like almost every fireman's carry based finisher is in some ways cool. Like, I like most all of them. Like,
I agree. I think Wade Barrett specifically invented, I don't know. There's somebody who's probably done it before, but he got the one that I think is the only one that looks like shit. Like, really, like
sometimes the GTS can look like shit. Sometimes.
That's true. Yeah. That's true.
Sometimes sometimes the AA can look like shit, actually.
Maybe.
Sometimes it's rare. I'll grant you, but you can do a shit AA. Usually, it's not him doing the shit AAs. Like, you've got to really, for me, you've got to sell the part where you're lifting them up. Like, you got to do that little, like it's a strength move.
Yeah.
And some people who steal the move don't do that. They just kind of like, ooh, you know. So yeah.
Do it too quick, almost. Yeah.
Exactly.
Without the weight.
I like your idea that we start some sort of tag feud that Drew gets dragged into, and that causes some friction. So I'm down for that, which means no afters here. Cool. Shit. That was good thinking, but it means that we're still left with what do we do now?
Well, obviously Elijah and Renee can talk at some point.
That's true. Yeah.
Do we want to hear anything from? I guess Roddy got casketed, so no.
Nah.
The Big Show.
Yeah. We could hear from Deuce and Domino.
Yeah.
They could be in the auto shop working on a new ride, talking about the Elimination Chamber.
Oh, okay. I dig it.
We're good with steel, Deuce. We could do it.
We're doing. I think in my head, this is the 80 fucking kilometers of steel chain gimmick, but it's them working on a car, being like, "Oh my god, there's so much metal in that elimination chamber. That's like 6 of these cars."
I know. I don't think this is what you were going for, but it triggered in my mind this angle where they want to get in the elimination chamber so they can strip it for parts.
That's pretty funny. That leads to a pre-show match we upload on the .com where, as the Totally Radical dudes are trying to set it up, Deuce and Domino appear, and they're going to try to take parts of it, and then they'll wrestle in the ring as we're building the chamber around them. That's on the fucking Mountain Dew pre-show.
I think we just book a Deuce and Domino angle, and we'll just sort of let the audience decide what it looks like. Honestly,
I mean, I think we're doing the stats angle for the chamber, but it's them talking in references to cars and
Now I know what you're talking about. And yeah, I think that is cool. I like it, and it's heavily edited, right? Where it's Deuce is where the narrator goes 500 miles of steel, and Deuce is that's like a 5 2x4s or 5 semi trucks lined up or whatever. Yeah, I think I know where you're going for here.
Cut to I don't know, they're over by Deuce is Domino's over by the tires, and he's oh, there's no rubber keeping you safe in the elimination chamber. There's no rubber keeping you safe in the elimination chamber.
The line that
pregnancy out of control.
The line JR likes to say, which is that outside steel has no padding.
It's unforgiving. There's no give to it.
Yeah.
And then unforgiving, just like the mileage on this 56 Chevy.
And we have various shots of Cherry sitting atop a pod in the elimination chamber and on various cars.
Yep, I like it.
Yeah, cool. This is big.
Yeah, it's like a in setting ad for it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, this is great. I love this.
Yeah. Elimination chamber hype. I think this is also hype, yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. Can we call it Elimination Chamber D&D ad so that we know exactly what this is? Because I think we're going to use this more.
I think it's like that.
Yeah, sure.
Well, hold on. There's an easy way to tell.
There is.
Yep, before the end. Elimination Chamber D&D ad. They're all around a table, and it's you approach a structure. It's humongous.
Suddenly, the Undertaker appears.
Oh no! I rolled intuition. See if I can figure out where he's gonna spawn.
Bobby Lashley is walking through the corridors backstage when he bumps into the Moscow Mauler, Vladimir Kozlov.
They let him just roam the backstage areas. That's crazy.
I mean, he hasn't done anything illegal.
I know. It's also not like Kozlov's a monster beast or something. No. Yeah, so.
But he is Russian, so I understand your instincts.
We're just letting him roam the arena. What the hell?
That commie? Anyway, I think there's a level of excitement in the crowd because to me this feels like the big unsettled question of Lashley's reign, because Kozlov in that one-on-one match, I don't know, he could have won that if it was not for the interference of Degeneration X. And so they're going to stare each other down, and Kozlov's going to say, I will qualify for the Elimination Chamber. At Survivor Series, we finish what we started. I came here to prove the supremacy of my martial arts, culture, and people, and I will be the World Heavyweight Champion. Bobby Lashley's going to say, look, you keep talking, Kozlov. You need to back up your words with actions. You've tried to become the world champion on multiple occasions and you've failed. I'm looking forward for you qualifying for the chamber at Survivor Series. I'm going to beat you again, just like I've beaten everybody else.
Kozlov goes, no.
No, no, no. And then maybe Lashley can say, and then this, he points at himself and Kozlov, this is going to be over. And as Lashley walks away, we zoom in on Kozlov as he hits that line from last week. He says, it is not over until I say it is over.
Perfect. I like how he's kind of French.
Yeah, I can't do a Russian accent. I try just to do no accent, but I don't know why it slips. I need to add some sort of accent.
It is not over until I say it is over.
Perfect.
That's probably not at all what Vladimir Kozlov specifically sounds like, but find an angle where this guy said any words. So
True. And we're steering mostly away from that as well, but yeah. Okay. Yeah. I want an angle where Layla goes to Nat Hart and asks for a selfie.
What? What the fuck?
Go on.
No, that's Nat Hart. Yeah. What the fuck?
Yeah. And she's like, yeah, sure, I guess I could take a photo. She's like, oh my god, I'm such a big fan. My name's Layla, but you can call me Lele, and I'm gonna call you Natty. And she's like, oh my god, I've made a horrible mistake. Why did I want any women on this roster?
That's awesome. Yeah. Oh no, what have I done?
And then she says, okay, Layla. Thanks.
Nat hat.
Thanks,
That's the first time I've ever done that.
My name's Nat.
Nat Hart regrets her life choices. 2 minutes?
Yeah.
Character development. Yep. Mainly for Layla.
Yeah. A little bit for Nat too, because she is genuinely like, uh-oh. Maybe
what have I done?
Made a mistake. All right. Shawn Michaels' entrance.
Shawn! I can't do that
he's
here.
Cute.
I do it here.
He knows he's sexy.
I never understood that.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think like we have 1 minute on this is fine.
He thinks he's cute, but he's aware he's sexy.
Yeah, he knows.
Which is fine. Like, I mean, you can be sexy and not cute, but it's just weird to like. I think one thing, but I'm very confident of the other.
Yeah. Feeling cute, might delete later. Always sexy.
Always sexy.
All right. Shawn Michaels, Chavo Guerrero, SmackDown.
All the marbles.
All the marbles. One of these men's going to the Elimination Chamber at Survivor Series. One of these men is not. How does 17 sound to you for a SmackDown?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. I don't have a full match for this, but I have a couple of spots.
Yeah.
Let me just find them. Okay, so obviously there's going to be a lot of grappling in this one. Both men. So Chavo Guerrero, I think both men actually would fall into that old thing that I used to call, which is this WWE style pseudo grappler. Where they sort of use grappling spots as spots rather than actually having like a grappling match. And I think Chavo is gonna like focus on working down Shawn's leg.
Yeah, I mean, like this maybe won't pertain to the match as much as we'd maybe like it to, but the WWE like house style initially is very much kind of a 3-segmented thing. Kind of like Lucha, where the first couple minutes are always going to be this kind of low stakes grappling thing where they're very much feeling each other out. Somebody throws a punch and that escalates a little bit, and then by the end you're throwing full on bombs at each other.
Yeah, and that is mostly what I think this match is going to be. But the sort of early story of the match is going to be Chavo working down Shawn's leg. Couple drop kicks and leg kicks, single leg Boston Crab, heel hook from time to time, those kind of things. I think in the early sort of stages of this match, it's going to be Chavo on top, Shawn selling, and then I like to think maybe about 5 minutes in, Shawn gets like a fiery comeback going, but it's not an electrically paced fiery comeback. He's just doing a couple of big spots and the crowd's getting into it. And then Chavo sensing this, is going to try and bring the pace up. Like, he's going to go for like Irish whips to the ropes. He's going to try and speed things up. He's almost playing into Sean's like comeback and trying to get the pace up, which gets Sean going faster and faster. And then Sean goes for a leapfrog, and Chavo catches him out of the leapfrog with a big ankle lock, and he just smirks at the crowd. And the idea is that like Chavo completely outplayed Sean there. Like, he forced Sean to go at a tempo he was uncomfortable with, so that Chavo could regain control of the match. And I think that's going to be the big spot that changes the momentum. And like, Chavo is in control for all of this match, but from that moment on, it's very evident that Chavo Guerrero is just a better wrestler than Shawn Michaels. He's the best in the world. And he's working over Sean's leg. He's keeping control of the match, and Sean's really struggling. Every time Sean gets that comeback, Chavo like shotgun drop kicks his knee, and Sean's like, my knee. And it just completely fucks him. Desperation moves from Sean, back elbow in the corner. I've got a spot here. Yeah, I've got a spot here where Chavo whips Sean into the corner, and Chavo's charging after him, and Sean counters with a back elbow. And Chavo looks stunned as Sean climbs to the top rope, probably for like a cross body. But Chavo springs up to the top rope and then arm drags Sean off of it.
Based.
We've got, so, and then towards the end of the match, do you have anything else? I've got like a rough finishing sequence here.
I was trying to formulate something where we get a Sean teardrop suplex in there, but like, I wanted him to catch Chavo to something, but I can't think of anything Chavo would do to get him caught. Or
remind me what a teardrop suplex is.
So teardrop was Sean's original finish.
Yeah.
It is basically he hooks his arms between your legs, basically, and just lifts you up over his shoulder, back suplex style, but you land really fucked up high angle. There's a reason why he didn't do it very long.
Gotcha.
It's just a based move.
Maybe you can just do it then, rather than catching Chavo and get a 2 count.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's just a really, it's just a really hard to control drop, because like, I mean, the dude lifting you, his hands are like between your legs, so you're totally just going over him. So protect yourself.
So going into the finishing sequence, then Sean gets another comeback. He ducks one of Chavo's clotheslines, hits him with the flying forearm. He kips up. The crowd start to kind of build up to it. Hits that inverted atomic drop, body slam, goes to the top rope. He hits the flying elbow for a 2 count. And then he starts tuning up the band. The crowd are all behind him. Shawn Michaels is going to earn his spot inside the Elimination Chamber. He's going to fulfill his destiny. But Chavo dodges underneath of Sweet Chin Music and then grabs the leg and hits him with a dragon screw. And then immediately gets the Texas Cloverleaf locked in. Sean just like roars in pain, that knee that he's been worked on the whole match. A crowd kind of will him to the ropes, and Sean does just get to the bottom rope. Chavo kind of a little bit frustrated. Get that frustration that we see as a part of Chavo Guerrero's game, a part of Chavo Guerrero's character. Kind of retreats from Sean, hangs himself over the ropes, tries to catch his breath. And then sort of, you can see kind of something ticks in his head. He's got an idea. He knows what his next move is going to be. But as he turns around, he gets hit with a Sweet Chin Music from out of nowhere. Sean got back to his feet, hits a massive super kick. But as Sean kind of limps towards Chavo after the Sweet Chin Music, you see as that leg just collapses underneath him. And he's unable to get to Chavo for the cover. He crawls, but he just hasn't quite got it. And then finally he gets to Chavo, but he's just delayed it for too long. Chavo just gets his shoulder up at 2. Sean is stunned. He's staring at the referee. He's like, ref, it was 3. It was definitely 3. He's arguing with Charles Robinson. Like, I definitely got the 3 count there. And as Sean limps towards Chavo catches him with a La Magistral cradle. 1, 2, 3. Chavo Guerrero is going to Survivor Series.
Got him.
Chavo Guerrero outsmarted and outworked Shawn Michaels, the first of which isn't hard, the second of which is.
True, yeah.
Base Shawn Michaels easy to do business with, I guess.
For real, yeah.
And I think I'm down for that to be SmackDown.
Creative ideas.
Yeah, let's get a storyline idea, because I think we're entering a new stage of this storyline. Okay, we'll try one more. Elimination Chamber.
I like it.
And then let's take a look at that storyline. Yeah.
That is.
Let's get ready to suck it, I think.
Yep.
What's the eight? That's Kelly, I assume, but who else is in that storyline? Cool. Let's get Layla in there. I don't know where that story's going. I just had that angle idea that I liked, and I don't know. We'll see. I know, obviously.
I like it, yeah.
I think it's obviously going to Trish, like, not going to Trish and like, hey, I love what you're doing with the less experienced women, but like, what's happening with me? And then Trish obviously has a big idea for Survivor Series that we can do there.
Yep.
But yeah, let's get ready to suck it. Who's in it? Triple H, Shawn, Vladimir, Kozlov. It's also a little cold. Let's just start a new one. No, let's not start a new one because then it would not. Yeah, that's not good. Let's instead rename this. Deploy the idea and add all. It's pretty obvious who's going to be in the chamber, right? So it's fine to just add the other people. We can keep it a little bit mysterious, but we can at least add Bobby Lashley and Chavo Guerrero because they were.
Yep.
They're definitely in it from what happened tonight.
Oh.
Ooh, little double click action going on there.
Yeah, literally. Boom. How do you want to progress at the Triple H thing? Just leave it, or
how do you mean
the Triple H
progress?
match? I mean,
the match. Who's it with?
Yeah,
Greg
Helms.
Let's progress via note.
Yep.
And I think that got our ideas, our energy low enough that we don't have to worry about it, right?
Yep. Yeah. No, we're good. We're at 126.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Cool.
We good to do it?
Just thinking. I'll take an angle idea actually before we run.
Yeah. Bobby Lashley.
On the screen roll. Okay, Lashley and Kozlov.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ain't scared of no commie.
Okay.
There you go. How about that? You said it earlier, so.
Yeah. This is an angle idea you just generated. Yeah. It's for the Kozlov tells Lashley what he's gonna do.
Real.
Let's add an extra minute to this angle as well.
Yeah.
Because we have it. And, yeah. Good luck, lads.
Perfect.
I like the show if you do.
I do.
Let's go.
Let's do it. Cool. Yeah, just checking out.
Wait, before we go, because I'm cognizant that 2 weeks ago I just completely forgot to put Evan Bourne and Kofi Kingston on screen. So let's just check the analysis, because I realize that some things are slipping through the loop, the net here on SmackDown. We don't have Renee, Pred, Shark, Elijah stuff. Let's just put a graphic that we're gonna do the tag team title match next week.
Sure. Perfect.
Yeah. I have some ideas, by the way, for how we might freshen up Renee. Things that I kind of alluded to earlier in the year, but I didn't put enough effort into fully fleshing out in terms of his ring style and some of the things that like motivates how he fights.
Cool. Sounds good to me.
Yep, the show's
Let's
good
do
for
it.
me. Let's do it.
SmackDown intro. We got the Elimination Chamber.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Nice. Yeah.
Yep. Triple H gets the win. He's in the chamber. We got this later.
A main event. What a main event this is going to be.
Real, dude. Real.
As long as the storyline doesn't tank it. This is acceptable.
Yep. Yeah. Kelly Kelly is the ace. You will not deny.
This is also acceptable.
Yeah, the boys get it done.
We're gonna make the chamber, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, unfortunate. I guess they're not continuing as a tag team after this angle is done.
It's the Jack Swagger's endless road to try to find the spot continues.
He might still be his lackey, just not his tag team partner.
I see.
Yeah.
Alan Jones wins it. And we got this booked in for next week.
Hey, anyone who ever doubted SmackDown is the A show, 2 weeks in a row where the card is stacked and lit.
Alan Jones, the Idol Stevens.
This feud finally comes to an end.
Yup. I got a new catchphrase. What is it, buddy?
Ooh. I'm gonna roll back the clock. That's a
excellent.
The last time I won the world championship was at Survivor Series inside the Elimination Chamber. This year, I'm gonna roll back the clock.
T-shirt that says "Tuning up the band, turning back the clock." Play on the back. It says "Play that shit like it's 1996 or some shit."
Hell yeah, dude! Yeah, 100.
Hell yeah, man!
This is based. Holy shit!
The video game is selling trillions of copies. Everyone's buying one 3 times over.
We don't call it GM mode anymore. We call it Millennium mode.
It's gone by 09.
Yeah, no, we kept it. We turned it into Millennium mode. It's your Millennium.
Excellent.
It's your undisputed era.
That's pretty good.
Thank you.
It's like Ghost just finds a trash belt and says it's his. He's the champ. Fuck you. Come fight me.
It's got a bunch of visible piss stains on it, and that's why when Christian comes back, you got a piss belt. You're a piss guy.
Excellent. We get our entrances for the IC title match.
Look at this collection of people.
Literally, like fucking motley crew here, man.
What's this match gonna do? If it's green, then I'm very happy. It's not green, but that's fine. Oh yeah, we forgot. Well, we didn't forget, but I forgot about this. But that
triangle choke.
Triangle choke. Bad move. Wait, no, the leg's in the right place. It's fine.
We're good.
It's easy.
Santino defends his belt.
Hell yeah. Yep.
The chamber is cool.
Yep. As are these guys. They're all about cool.
Yeah. Let's fucking go, man.
On a show with so many top tier workers, I do still love that we've kept these two in the main event and it's not been ass.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is another thing I checked when I was making my women's almanac. Despite the fact she's been off Raw for like a year and a half, Nat Hart is still like by far the biggest women's star in the company in terms of active wrestlers because Trish retired and Lita did too. And Tori is like not really a full-time worker.
Get this booked in as well for next week. WWE Tag Team titles.
And hell, why don't we book in the Elimination Chamber qualifiers? Because I know what they're going to be.
Oh, absolutely. Looking for our tag champions, Seek and Destroy. There we are.
Yeah, let me just find them. It should be in the Bobby Lashley. Yes. Next week, it's Vladimir Kozlov versus Rey Mysterio.
Oh, fuck.
And run it back. It's Roderick Strong versus The Undertaker.
Oh, gosh.
A show.
Excellent. Shawn Michaels is making his way to the ring. Let's fucking do it, man.
Come on, storyline. Don't bomb this. This could be.
You're absolutely right. It is capped.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Yeah, it is at 75.
Well, this was a 1 minute angle. So my claim was that 3 minute angles have the same cap. That claim is not proven. But yeah.
I think it seems right to me, though.
I'd be confident.
Okay, let's do gangbusters. Oh,
yeah,
okay, fair.
it's the storyline. We didn't quite warm it up enough. I mean, the wrestling rating was 95 though, so we can conclude that this was tremendously based.
Tremendously based.
Yeah.
Chavo gets it done, and he has punched his ticket.
It's
The
fine
Elimination
because
Chamber.
spoilers. That's not the last time we're doing that match this year.
Oh my!
But wait a minute.
Any thoughts on?
I don't think we're selling enough here. I mean, one, Chavo's in the chamber. That's huge. But Sean isn't.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Sean's. Yeah.
That's crazy to me.
I'm not that stunned. Well, I mean, one of them was gonna get in. One of them wasn't. Like, I'm not.
Yeah, I know. But I think Sean was the clear favorite.
Maybe.
It's debatable. I'll grant you that.
Yeah, I did see this guy came into the world the other day. And I was like, oh, hella based.
New tag team partner for Vladimir Kozlov.
Real. Oh, he's just a written. He's not an exclusive written, apparently.
Okay, you're gonna hate this, and so I'm fine to back down. Wait, first of all, can we see this offer? We can see it, right?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
It's for some reason it's never sat well with me. Perfectly, Sting being on the team. I don't know why. But you'll recognize this because I've said things like this before. But this is not a sufficient enough move for me to be like, yeah, this is it makes total sense for him to go to PWG. So I'm down for you to go offer him a 1-year exclusive deal if you'd like.
Well, he's still good for another couple days. Like
That's true.
Deal's not gonna.
But
do you want me to exclusive him?
Well, I would suggest if you would like to exclusive him to prevent him working for PWG, then I'll accept that. If you don't care about him working for PWG, it's not actually a big deal for me, so I don't really mind.
We probably shouldn't let him, honestly.
I'm down. Yeah, no, I'm totally down.
Give him a year.
Give him a year, pre-warning that if anybody reasonable offers him a deal at the end of the year, then I'm going to be pretty interested in.
Oh yeah. No, I agree. Absolutely, yeah. I'm gonna say never involve it in ring work.
Yeah, he's done.
Which he may get pissy about. He may be like, "What the fuck's the point in having me if I'm not gonna work?"
That's interesting. We'll see if he says that.
Based.
That is true. He's right.
He is right. We should, I guess.
Ooh, I mean, look, I'm a biased guy, but I don't know. My instinct is, hey, if you don't look, this is what you're worth. You know, fuck you. If you think you can make 115,000 or more elsewhere, go do it.
That is a ridiculous thing to say. Like for him.
Yeah. Maybe it's a case of if we do let him go, and then wait a month, maybe he will take this deal because he doesn't have a contract to compare it to.
Oh, so maybe I leave it until
yeah
his deal's actually going to come up.
Yeah, leave it to just let it expire and then wait a month or two or however long the cooldown period is, and then maybe he will come back at a reasonable price because I think what's happening now is he's seeing I currently make 140k, but if he was unemployed, then he might be willing to accept that deal.
Okay, yeah, I'm cool with that.
Cool. Or actually,
and if we lose him, we lose him.
Yeah, maybe when the deal does come up, he will actually just be willing to. Because right now, he doesn't need to sign a new deal. He's got 50 days left on his current one. Yeah, you might be right.
No, I'm like, no. Just to cut you off there. No, like I appreciate it, but right? No.
Okay.
No, yeah, no. That's not what I was saying.
Oh, I see.
It was initially what I was saying, but that won't actually change anything. So yes, gotcha. It was what I was saying. I fucking lied. I was just wrong. I was just wrong for thinking that way because that's not how it works.
It should be though. So
yeah, you'd wish.
All right.
House shows.
Where am I? Jacksonville and then Atlanta. So we want to say Southeast Mid-Atlantic.
That would just be Southeast, really.
I know, but we're heading in the Mid-Atlantic. We're in Richmond the week and Charlotte and stuff. So okay. we're heading in that direction.
Yep, Southeast Mid-Atlantic.
Easier for us than having to, you know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah.
Just put a new note for next Friday. Ah, flashback.
Yeah, this date.
All right, cool. Anything else we need to go over?
I don't think so. I think we're all good.
Cool. Hopefully, SNME's up this weekend so that I can get back to uploading the VODs next weekend or next week. Hopefully we're gonna get SNME up on the Patreon on Saturday and then live public on Tucker's channel on Sunday. Thank you for watching. Hope you all enjoyed, and we will see you on Monday for the next stream. Hopefully, peace out.